Hello, I hope you are all alright. I'm recording this a couple of days before release, slightly different format. I haven't quite got back to work yet. I might sound a bit different because half of my teeth are missing, but I will enunciate as best I can. So it is Imbolc. Imbolc is the child of the year, midway between the solstice and the equinox, and it is said to be Brigid's time. Brigid, an Irish goddess, youngest daughter of the Dagda, I believe, goddess of wells and smithies, so fire and water, and also healing and poetry. And this card says, stand up for what you believe is right. Now, the history of Brigid is very interesting. They could not stamp her out, the Christians. New mothers would carry a candle to the well, praying for safe deliverance of their child or for the safety and health of their child. And the Christians could not stamp this out. So they decided to make her into Mary's midwife. So she is revered especially through the Celtic lands, but also in the Christian churches as well. So we bring her energy into this in whichever way you desire. There is no right or wrong way with spirituality. We are lucky enough to live in an age when we can explore all of these cultures. So, and today we're going to plant a wish garden. I feel the angels coming in with this as well, so we may get some angel messages. But we're focusing on the light, the beginning of the year. We are at the child of the year, aren't we, in the Northern Hemisphere? Okay. All right. So first of all, I am going to be using a few products. Pure Perfume Co. from my friend Merin in Australia, detailed in the show notes. We will be using the heart chakra oil, and these are beautiful. They have crystals in there and wonderful. She is a very good aromatherapist. So I'm just going to put that on my hands. And I'm just going to start rubbing them. And it smells of spearmint, rose, with some other things that I can't quite put my finger on, but very beautiful. I place these on my hands. I also place them on the individual chakras. And I don't always put it on the heart chakra. Quite often I will put it onto the solar plexus because everything is felt through the solar plexus. Okay. So I want you to get yourself comfortable. I want you to take a breath. Breathe in and then relax. Breathe out. Again, take another breath in. And then breathe out again, relaxing the body still further. And then a final breath in. And release. Okay. So, we're going to place this tourmaline, protective and grounding stone, at your feet. So I'm just going to guide this in the middle of the screen right the way down down and down. Placing that underneath your feet. And I'm just going to reach out and place my hands on your shoulders. And I would like you to visualize a beautiful tree in front of you. I'd like you to look directly at the trunk and cast your eyes down. Down, down and down. And when you get to the base of the tree, hopefully you can feel movement in your feet, which are your own roots spreading out and merging with that tree and any of the others around you. Breathe out again and relax. And we are going to ask the goddess, bride, Bridget, whatever you would like to call her, to surround you with her mantle. The piece of fabric that she wraps around herself, just feel that being wrapped around you now. Beautiful protection from a goddess. And I am seeing angel wings now, so I'd like you to wrap yourself in those angel wings like a swan will wrap her signets. Breathing out and relaxing and relaxing. Bring the tree back into your mind now. And I want you to just think of this tree, feel this tree. I'm going to light a candle. And as I light this candle, the scene around the tree starts to show itself to you. Now don't worry if you're not seeing exactly what I am saying, because we get what we need out of these and we create our own little universes or inner worlds. But there is a space here with a well a little way off and places for you to plant things. There are also a number of digging tools and lots of plants lined up in pots ready for you to plant them. So I'm going to give you this candle and I would like you to walk over to the well holding it. And as you're walking there, place your feet firmly on the floor and I would like you to make some wishes for the year. They can be for yourself, they can be for other people, they can be for world situations. But with each step, stamp that wish in. Don't have to do it hard, just gently. But this is something that a lot of older witches will do when there is a circle. They will stamp it in. So make those wishes and make a steady line over to the wellhead. And as you do that, you'll pick up the kosher chimes of water and of fire. Feel it from your heart, these wishes, and also through your solar plexus. petitioning the goddess bride to birth any new ideas, to birth this happiness for you, to birth healing, and to birth creativity. And when you reach the well, I'd like you to place your candle down on the lip of it, and you will notice some semi-precious stones, crystals, pearls, shells, even fossils, all around the edge. I would like you to pick up one of these, hold it within both hands at your heart or solar plexus, and make one last wish for the goddess to hear you, and cast your little stone or shell or fossil into the well, making that last wish to have your prayers heard. Breathe out. Okay, so let's put that on the little altar I have behind us. We have offering of water in here from the Chalice Wells in Glastonbury. We have the Vesica Pisces wellhead of Glastonbury, and we have some flower and tree cards. So I'd now like you to turn around and look over at the side of this space, and you'll notice some gardening tools, a bed, which has all been prepared for you by the little fairy folk of this place. And I'd like you to have a look at these pots. You may know what the plants are that you are looking at, but you may not. And if you're looking at something different to what I pull out in a minute, don't worry, because everything will take root and flower. Okay, so I'm just going to scan down you, and we're just going to do a bit of healing as we go through this meditation. So this smoky quartz is just going to pull away those thoughts of I'm not good enough, I can't do it, I don't know, I am unsure, I am worried. We're going to pull all of those off now, and we're going to pull a plant. And the first, we've got a couple of jumpers as well. Okay, right, the first one is columbine, also known as Aquilegias, that's their correct Latin name, or granny's bonnets, and these are some of my favourites. Absolutely beautiful. If you can find the water tincture of this, I would recommend you take this too. So I'd like you to walk over and pick up this plant pot. Get your spade, and this columbine stands for abundance. It encourages you to joyfully embrace life's bewildering array of uncertainties with a kind of confidence that doesn't require too much thought. Go with the flow, with what feels correct. Abundance is knowledge and security that comes with the acceptance that all of your needs are being met. And it may probably be at this time of year, it won't be in flower. This is the perennial, so if you decide to get some of these, they will come back year after year and they will seed themselves across your garden. They come in many colours, but these and pinks are the natural, original colours of them. And I do not advise that you get other colours because the next year they will revert back to this. Believe you me, I have spent plenty of money on others and they all go back to this. But abundant they are, and boy, they are actually weeds in many of the gardens I tend. But happy, look at the stars on them. They have a star shape. Perhaps the pentagram. Maybe even standing for Venus. Okay, so take your spade and your pot to a part of the flower bed where you are going to dig. And as you dig that hole, I'd like you to bless the soil with your mind and your heart and tell your plant your wish. And then take it out of its pot. Put it in the hole. There's a little watering can which a fairy is going to bring over for you. And pour a little bit of water into the hole as well before you fill it in. And then use your hands and really bring in that soil, that abundance, the nutrients, firm it in. Firming in your wish. And we are doing lots of wishes, aren't we? We're doing 3 stages of wishes today. In honour of Bridget, we've walked over to the well, making our little wishes. We've thrown our stone into the well for affirmation. And now you are planting it. Okay. So let's see what these jumpers were. Okay, they were trees. Pomegranate. So have a little look down your pots again. Leave the spade where it is and just walk over to your pots. And choose whichever one you think is the pomegranate. Again, there might be just a couple of little leaves showing. And here we have the Venus, the goddess energy again, with the star. Pick up your pot and take it back to the bed. And perhaps put this somewhere in the centre of the middle or towards the back. Dig your hole out. And then plant your little tree. Loosen the roots as you take it out of the pot. A little tickle. And then pour your water in. And this is water from the blessed well of Bride. I call her Bride quite a lot. I think that's the Scottish phrasing of her name. Pop your little tree in the hole. And firm the soil in, pushing it around, reaffirming your wish and the blessing. And breathe out. Okay. Let's pull another card from the deck behind you. Okay, many of my American friends will know this, an echinacea. And this was actually the first ever spell that I did. I planted these, actually it was either Imbolc or the equinox, and I still have them today, and that was 20 years ago. So, the message on the back of this card says, I allow myself to connect with the infinite power of Mother Earth. Okay. This is another perennial, so you only have to buy it once. And you can successfully raise them from seed. They also come in a beautiful yellow colour. For those of you new, I know this because my day job is a gardener. I have been a gardener now for over 25 years, and I grow food for people in their gardens. Okay. So pick up your pot and take it back somewhere. Remember, these get to about 1.5 foot, 18 inches high. So you might want these somewhere at the back, and they will disappear. So they'll die back and then disappear in winter. So you might not see anything at the moment out of the pot, because we are at winter, at the child of the year in the Northern Hemisphere. Okay, so walk back, choose where you want to plant this wish, and take your spade or your fork and dig out your little hole. Taking your little watering can, filling the hole with a little bit of water, and then tap the plant pot, pull it off, and then just tickle the roots, pull them a little bit, even break them, don't worry too much. You want to do this so that it sprouts roots out. It encourages them to grow and push into that ground. And put the root ball into the hole. And then using your hands, don't worry about a bit of dirt, it's good for the nails or the minerals, and you're really getting your hands dirty. You're putting your energy and your wish into the planting of this. I'm just going to draw Chokeray, because I feel that you need it a little bit at the moment. Breathe out. Okay. So we've done 3. They say you should plant plants in 3s or 5s, so we're going to do 5. So we'll pick another one of these jumping trees. We'll have the hazel. And this will get tall, so you'll need to assess where it is going to go. Okay. And it might have a couple of catkins hanging off it at this time of year. Little yellow promises of seeds and pollens, and little soft, you can flick them with your finger and feel how soft they are. And the new buds will be showing green, the winter buds. It's all starting to get ready. It's going on inside the earth. It is all waking up. As you are now waking up to the promise of spring and creativity and moving onwards and upwards with your life. So again, now you're back at your flower bed. Now dig your hole. You need to put a bit of welly into this, putting your foot firmly on the spade and digging, putting the soil to side. And this is a tree of knowledge. Okay, so perhaps as you're doing this, wishing for your learning to take hold inside you, remembering your studies, remembering things, learning new things, and being able to use the wisdom that you hold inside you here and here. When you get deep enough, just fork over the bottom a little bit so that the roots can push down without too much difficulty, and then take your pot out, away from the plant, teasing the roots, wishing and wishing for this tree to have a good footing, to create those beautiful nuts, and then firming your tree in. With your hands, maybe with your foot as well, stamping it in around. We hadn't put the water in before, so you can now water. But you'll need to water it a little bit more if you water after you have planted the plant. Beautiful water from Bridget's well. Vesica Pisces cleanses it. Okay. Breathe out, and we'll do one last card. Oh, a globe thistle. Okay. Beautiful colour, and the message on the back: I am pure within and honour my own truths. And this could also be known as the echiops, and they have a silvery furry leaf, so you may just start to see the leaves popping up a little bit. I'm trying to think of one of my gardens where they're in. At this time of year there will be just a few leaves pushing out onto the surface. So pick up your pot, and they will get quite tall, these. They will reach about 3 foot high. So perhaps placing them somewhere at the back of the border. You've got to think how your garden is going to look. You want your taller things at the back and sloping downwards in, so that you can see everything. Dig your little hole now. And then bash your pot on the sides, pull it away, and tease those root systems out. Like you're teasing out your thoughts, your plans, teasing them out, encouraging them to reach out in different directions. Some of them will amount to things, others may not, but it's all a learning curve. Picking up your water, filling the hole up a little bit, and then planting your wish and firming it in. Breathing out again. And now I'd like you to stand up, and I'd like you to take a couple of steps back from your flower bed. Look at the work you have done. Look at the plants that you have planted, the wishes you have planted to take root and to grow. I want you now just to look around this space. There may already be flower beds, ponds and other things here, but this little garden can be a work in progress in your mind and your heart. You can come here to rest. You can come here to do self-healing. You can come here to plant some more wishes. Use this as your own inner world. And now you deserve a cup of tea and some cake, because you have used some energy up. But before we do that, to pick an angel card for you. And we have Archangel Ariel, courage. Be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. And he is mirroring what Bridget said in the beginning. Stand up for what you believe. Don't back down, she says. Archangel Ariel, be courageous and stand up for your beliefs. Well, I have not planned this. This one I did. I pulled out the prettiest of my Bridget cards. And Ariel reaffirms this. So, both an angel of light and a goddess of light. Breathe out again, and now I want you to go and sit with your back against this tree that we started off at. Sit down with your back against the trunk. You can still see your candle alight on the well lit, just flickering a little bit. And I want you to survey your estate, your garden, however small or large it is. This is your estate, your place. Take a sigh in and breathe out. And your little fairy friend now brings over a very posh looking cup and saucer, old style, and some British tea and scones. Pops the tray down next to you. And eating and drinking after magical workings grounds you. Okay. So feeling the tree trunk behind you, feeling how it's got your back, helping you to be stable, and knowing that you have planted a pomegranate seed tree, pomegranate tree for spirituality, a hazel tree, it's taking root now, and the flowers of columbine, those were aquilejas, this is echinacea, and echiops, the thistle. Breathe out, grow those roots out of your root chakra, and let the scene fade away. Peace above you, peace below you, peace all around you. Protections of Ariel and blessings from Bride or Bridget. Bye bye now.